Hello and welcome to a Smurd P video, and today we're looking at DC Versus Marvel Omnibus, and this is going to be I think one of the best releases and collaborations in a very long time in terms of these two franchises. Is franchise the right word? Perhaps not. I remember being a kid in the 90s when I was starting to find my X-Men rhythm. I was getting into it, etc. I remember getting cards off, for example, various characters from Superman, Batman versus Spider-Man, Captain America, and some of these other characters. So I was always sort of aware that there was some sort of crossovers. But I never really knew anything more than that. So coming to today, this isn't the usual omnibus that I would give you an overview of, but I thought that this was too good an opportunity to miss. Now, I brought this from a Speedy Hen. Bear in mind, I've got a little bit of damage on mine, which is a wee bit disappointing because this omnibus is very hard to get already. So I just wanted to say that. I love the fact that it's got, like, all the way down here, it just got, like, you got DC, and then you got, for example, you got Joker, then you got The Thing, for example, Captain America, Green Lantern, the Uncanny X-Men, the new Teen Titans. So this omnibus is meant to represent the greatest superhero team-ups of all time returned to print. So this is pretty cool, and I'm very excited to read this. Now, I'm going to try and read all the stories here without blabbering on. So we've got Superman versus Amazing Spider-Man 1, Marvel Treasury Edition 28, DC Special Series 27, Marvel and DC Presents featuring the Uncanny X-Men and New Teen Titans 1, Batman Punisher Lake of Fire 1. I haven't got my glass on. This was foolish. Punisher, Batman, Deadly Knights 1, Darkseid versus Galactus, The Hunger 1, Spider-Man and Batman 1, Green Lantern, Silver Surfer, Unholy Alliances 1, Silver Surfer, Superman 1, Batman and Captain America 1, Daredevil and Batman 1, Batman and Spider-Man 1, Superman, Fantastic Four 1, The Incredible Hulk versus Superman 1, and Batman / Daredevil King of New York 1. This volume also includes essays from the original creative team, brand new introductions from former DC Comics president Paul Levitis. I think I said that completely wrong, so I apologize. And editor Mike Carlin, afterwards by writers Ron Mars and Marvel VP of Publishing and executive editor Dom Brufut. Wow, okay. There we go. And from what I understand, I think this has been, I don't collect DC, as most of you may have known, even though there are some omnibuses that I would just love to read as a one-off, but I worry that I would carry on and not stop. So this is, I think, done by DC and printed and bound in Canada. So, in fact, that's quite cool. It just gives you a run-over of the stories there rather than a synthesis, so that's pretty cool. And then they give you a sort of hint that, well, this next omnibus is coming out, which I'm not sure if off the back of this or whether that was just its separate own individual crossover where they combined characters, etc. So, for example, you can see Wolverine, he's combined with Batman to become the Wolverine Man. I'm probably just talking rubbish there. In fact, what does it say there? Dark Claw. They get their own names. Very cool. Very cool indeed. And then under that now, like I said, I've never brought DC Omnibus in my life. This feels silky, man. A lot silkier than the Marvel ones, but then I love the Marvel ones anyway. So, and then just around the side, once again, and then it carries on this side. So you got Superman, Batman, Joker, all sorts of characters going on there. So that is very awesome. Now, right. Here comes the hard part where I try to get my camera into a position of power where I can show you the insides of this. Now, bear in mind, I've never read any of these stories. Obviously, I'm aware of the X-Men crossover with Teen Titans, which I always wanted to read. Wow, that feels tight, man. I love the DC versus Marvel going on there. And then there they got some of the covers going on. Wow, this is a really tight, feels a really tight omnibus. I can feel the difference in terms of that completely. Wow. Apologies. I'm just trying to get my angles right. And hopefully, over time, it opens up enough that you can actually see inside. Okay, right. We'll give this a go. Give this a go. Wow. That is tight. So you got an introduction there. And then once again, it goes through the stories there. So we're looking at 974 pages. The introductions, I suspect, are beautiful and very interesting. And then it goes straight into these stories. Wow. This feels... I'm going to have to adjust to this. This is certainly not a Marvel Omnibus. So yeah, so beautiful art. Nice to see Superman in there and Spider-Man. And apologies, I'm knocking the thing. This isn't flowing as easy as I'm used to. Because usually I'm used to a bit more leeway. This feels a bit more tighter and feels like I need to be a bit more careful. Got Superman, Peter Parker, Batman versus the Incredible. Oh, wow. Oh, man, this is just cool. I'm going to enjoy reading this. I'm really going to enjoy reading this. So just remember, it's starting to come a bit loose now. That feels like not a story from the 70s. The artwork feels like 90s artwork. That's, well, maybe, not sure. Not sure. No, that feels like 90s artwork there. Wow. Oh, man, I'm so excited for this. Like I said, I have no idea what's going on. But I feel like this is going to be very, very cool. So maybe me in the mid-90s, you know, some of this stuff was released in the 90s by the looks of it. You know, and look, if I'm wrong, please correct me if I'm wrong, because, you know, like I said, this is unknown to me. This is new territory in terms of me looking at these pages and thinking, is that Kingpin? And no, hopefully not Aunt May. That would be weird. Yeah, decent stuff going on there. Got Roger Stern in there. Just going and extras maybe. Yeah, that just looks like extras. Some nice extras, by the way. Some really nice extras in there. It's cool. Yeah, it definitely feels oh, crunchy, man. It feels different. Weird. I wanted to go back to the beginning because I feel like maybe I missed a couple of pages. Or maybe I didn't. I felt like it. This is it. This is what I wanted to show you. So we got Jerry Conway, Jim Shooter, Marv Wolfman, Len Wein, Chris Claremont, Dennis O'Neill, Chuck Dixon, John Byrne, J.M. DeMatteis, Ron Mars, George Perez, DC Chichester, Dan Ergen, Roger Stern, Alan Grant. So there are all the different writers now. I just wanted to show that bit because I thought that was very interesting. So yeah, definitely an omnibus to be careful with in terms of reading it. Definitely bound different than what I'm used to. I'm used to Marvel, and I'm not used to it being that tight. So I really do hope that I've not damaged that and you know, offended anyone on this, because I'm usually quite careful with omnibuses, but that was so tight that it was hard for me to even move some of the pages. So like I said, DC print and binding is unknown to me. So there is very quick overview. Like I said, there's not much for me to say because I've not read it, but I'm very excited to read it. And this is like I said, become very difficult to get. I got very lucky. I actually held off on my pre-order because I was under the impression, for some reason, that there was something to do with a damaged printer, and it was going to be released later. And then all of a sudden I saw people getting it. I thought, oh my goodness, I haven't even pre-ordered it. So very, very lucky that I actually managed to order this with the hope of getting one. And then all of a sudden it was dispatched a couple of days ago. So very, very happy to have this. So anyway, I hope you liked my video. Please do support me by subscribing. Really appreciate it if you do like me. Thank you to everybody that subscribed already. Thank you for watching this video. Please look after yourself. Very important these days. And as always, embrace geekiness. Take care. Goodbye.